Okay, who we calling out and for what here today? Already got a little bit of a call them out for some of the Knicks fans and their terrible behavior that they had from over the weekend. I see that some other people being called out too, some of it for the World Cup stuff. Canada had actually hosted its first World Cup match in Toronto, and former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau chose actually to attend the USA opener instead of Canada's. Because, of course, his girlfriend, Katy Perry, wanted to go see the USA.
Well, wasn't she singing at it?
Yeah, she had something to do there.
All right. Well, you got to support your girl. I fully think he made the right choice.
I'm not sure Canadians would agree. They saw him on camera jumping up and down, celebrating an American goal, and they're like, well, what the heck, man? It's our former prime minister. He's not even at our game.
Yeah, they don't care that he's dating Katy Perry.
But he does. And that's the power of the Katy.
You're right. Absolutely. That Katy cat, she got him wrapped around the finger.
That's exactly it. Katy cat.
Mm-hmm. Rod Stewart also was facing some fan backlash after appearing at a World Cup game hours after canceling his California concert due to health issues. He looked very healthy at the World Cup game. So people are like going, what the heck, man? You had to cancel your concert here just so you could go to a World Cup game? People were apparently not feeling that. Let me see some other things here to call out today. The one thing that I just absolutely can't believe, in fact, it took the longest time to even confirm that this was a real video because I could not believe it. That 21-year-old Maria Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas that was thrown off a bridge in Sao Paulo, Brazil. They didn't have the safety equipment on her. It's two people, and to make the bungee jumping more extreme, two people will take one person, hold them over their head, and throw them off of this bridge. And they did that without hooking up her safety harness. And they threw her 130 feet down to her death.
And then as she's falling, you see the cameraman pan to the ground where the rope that was supposed to be tethered to her is laying there, not tethered to her.
You're like, how does something like that even happen?
What the hell?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
You wonder, too, if you're the person, the victim, how long while you're falling do you realize something's going wrong?
Oh, my gosh.
Great question. Do you know that immediately?
No, you're probably just waiting for the bungee to bring you back up, to pull you back up. And you probably hit the ground still thinking that you were about to be pulled back up.
Yeah, you probably don't know.
That's the way you want it.
I mean, probably until you hit the ground, you were probably like, oh, this is thrilling. And then all of a sudden, splat.
You're like, wow, it's really super close to the ground.
Maybe when you're like 5 feet away, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah,
that's tough.
I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, this is so negligent. This has to, how everything's fake today. And I'm like, there's no way this can be real.
If that's an accident, it's a work accident, and they didn't mean to do that, do they still go to jail for that, or do they just get sued and they have to?
No, I think they go to jail.
They arrested 6 people. In fact, 2 of them took off into the woods. There's even some video of that where they had to go into the woods to try to get them because, like, what the heck, man? You can imagine how quickly the finger pointing, I'm sure, started. Be like, what the heck? And they're like,
well, how many of them were standing around? And the cameraman, nobody noticed that there was no rope attached to her. You guys are a bunch of knuckleheads.
Well, you had the person that went. I mean, first of all, I'm be like, hey, I want to make sure I'm hooked up to something first before you pick me up. And then 2, you had the 2 people that had picked her up. Whoever's responsible for running it, you're right, the cameraman. I mean, my goodness. It's crazy. Yeah, 6 people arrested from the whole thing.
Well, that's why you got to be really careful when you do this crazy stuff. You are putting your life in these people's hands. Do you know them? Do you trust them?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, bungee jumping and all that kind of stuff is off the old bucket list.
F that.
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting about that to me. That's just horrifying.
You did bungee jumping, didn't you, Kev?
I did, yeah.
So would you have known? Like, you're halfway down. You probably would not have known.
Yeah, no, I would have known because I saw them. They hooked it up. And trust me, I was testing it because I had the belt around my waist. I'm like, all right, you sure this thing's solid? And they're like, yeah, it's good. It's up to, I made them show me how many pounds it could hold. And I was going through the whole thing. I was like, if I'm going to do this, you got to show me that it's all good.
Was that for a radio bit or was that just personal time?
Yeah, that's why I did. It was kind of a radio thing that was on there. It was the only way I could get on the radio station because they would never put anything I did on. So I'm like, all right, that's what it takes.
I guess I'll jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Good Lord. The things this man had to do.
Yeah, somebody said it wasn't even a legally sanctioned bridge. It was just an abandoned bridge that just got popular and people started doing it.
Oh, no.
Oh, so it's not even official.
Yeah, I think that it is a company that does it, though. In fact, somebody had checked, and they say they still have upcoming dates advertised on their website.
Oh, boy.
I'd imagine there might be some cancellations.
Yeah, those are coming down.
Yeah, you kind of hope so. So, I mean, my gosh, it's just terrible and so avoidable. Like, what the heck are we doing, man? I couldn't even believe that. Let me see a couple other things to call out. Somebody's calling out the 5 o'clock Somewhere Fest. They said the artists were amazing, but in between two of the acts, they put on a stand-up comedy act, and he totally bombed.
Oh, no.
That is a tough situation for a comedian to go into. They're there to hear music, not comedy. Now you're trying to get all these people on your side.
Whose idea was that?
That's rough,
They
man.
said the event was poorly executed. Not enough porta potties, and the lines to get a drink took an hour. No exaggeration. It was even hard to get water. People were dropping like flies in the crowd.
That's not
the
good.
paramedics were running nonstop. Yeah, I was outside the venue, but I saw they brought somebody through that was on a gurney
Look,
that had passed out.
It is hard to do a comedy show outside at a venue, a festival style. That's why you don't see it that often. I'm not saying it can't work, but you've got to be super seasoned. It's got to be the right kind of situation. You have to also know you're going to a comedy show.
Yeah.
I mean, you're drinking, waiting for country music, and then some comedian comes on.
I saw it happen one time, and I was like, ooh, this is not going to go well. And it did not go well. The only way that can work is if the comedy artist is a big enough name, people are going to be like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Yes.
It can't be somebody cutting their teeth.
Yeah.
Well, they said the comedian was Dusty Slay, who's actually hilarious and has numerous Netflix specials. It just wasn't the right venue for it or any comedian, and that is tough. There's a different energy that, music carries and cuts through. You really need that's why they have comedy clubs. It's more intimate. It's like a theater. It's harder to do comedy outside in that. It just, laughs, everything kind of just goes out in the atmosphere.
It does.
You're way better off just playing great music through your sound system with an awesome DJ.
Yeah, that guy might have not even been bad. It just, these comedians, they have a whole science. They'll go into these clubs, and some of these comedians go in there early to change up the seating so they're comfortable on stage, because they have a whole philosophy of, this makes the laughs go bigger, and it's great for this and that. There's a science behind it. So you go to a festival. Oh, man.
Yeah, it can be iffy. The other thing I think I got to call out here today is I always get nervous whenever somebody comes to wait on us and they don't write down the order. And I'm okay with it, but you cannot then screw up the order.
It's such a pet peeve of mine, because here's my thing. Even if you nail it for about 15 minutes, I'm at the table going, I think they probably made a mistake. Now I've got food anxiety and I'm not enjoying it. I like to see them write it all down.
So we had somebody come to our table, the Queen and I, and we got guacamole, chips, and then we ordered their salsas. They've got salsas. And then we wanted a pitcher of margaritas. That's what we got. And so, she was going through that. She didn't write it down. I did notice that. I'm like, she's probably got that. But she came back with the guac and the chips. We had that. And we're like, can we get the salsa? She's like, oh, yeah, I forgot that. And we're like, and then she gave us 2 margaritas. I'm like, yeah, we had got the pitcher because it's a better deal. You save money. And she's like, yeah, I didn't hear you on that.
So you just got 2 margaritas and you didn't get your salsa?
And it costs us $10 more to get the individuals over the pitcher. And I was like,
I think sometimes they think it's a flex. And the customers are going to be impressed by it.
We're not.
I got to tell you, I am not impressed if you can memorize the order. It does nothing for me. In fact, I'm paranoid the whole time now, thinking I'm not going to get my salsa or I'm going to get it wrong.
Yeah, I kind of thought that as well. And so when the bill came, my wife's like, I don't know, because normally, 20-25% tip. She's like, we lost $10 on her negligence. She's like, I'm taking that back.
And she didn't write it down.
Yeah. I'm usually like, yeah, but on that, I'm like, I don't know. Are you a jerk if you are charged $10 more you wouldn't have to pay? Is it standard to take that out on the tip?
I can't believe she didn't come over with the pitcher and say, the first 2 are on me. Here's your pitcher.
That's
you ordered.
what I thought was going to happen.
That is the correct way to handle it.
I didn't think we were going to. She's like, sorry, I didn't hear it. And she just walked off. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's terrible service.
like, huh, okay.
Yeah, that if the manager would have known.
It wasn't even an apology. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, tough.
Yeah.
Drink your drinks,
If it's
biatch.
tough, I'm not real good at what I do.
I don't know if I'd be going back there.
I'm not very good at what I do, and I really don't care that I'm
It's
not
one
good.
of our favorite places, and it was such a bad showing.
Yeah,
That's
that'll happen.
sad.
You like the food though, so you wouldn't take it out on the food. You just thought the service was terrible.
Gotta tell you, salsa wasn't great.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dang, are they falling off?
Rough. I don't know. You'll wonder because you have those, and you ever have that happen where it's a staple, you love it, and you're just like, man, oh man, it'll definitely get another chance and whatnot. But how many bad experiences do you get before you're like, okay, we're taking this off the heavy rotation?
That's the thing, consistency.
Yeah.
It's so hard to keep it great consistently because you're depending on people like that server that don't give a flying F.
And it was obvious.
It was obvious. She was like, not getting you the picture. You're just going to have to deal with it. What are you going to do? Go complain?
Well, I could kind of tell that her head was elsewhere when I was ordering, so I kind of saw that because she's kind of looking up. I'm like, her mind's somewhere else. I'm like, she's not getting this and she's not writing it down.
Yeah, it's on that doobie she wants to smoke in between getting your food.
Or that guy in the kitchen she's hooking up with.
Who also is providing her doobies.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, she's definitely hooking up with somebody in the restaurant.
Yeah.
He was just mean to her. Her mind is not on the order.
I guess we do have a good call 'em out that came from something that was pretty bad. Remember last week in the Whacked Out News, I was telling you about how there were these teenagers, a 14, 11-year-old that held up these kids that were doing a lemonade stand in South Boston.
Yes.
And they took $50 from them. Pretty crazy. Well, the cool thing is that South Boston came out over the weekend to support the kids who were robbed at gunpoint at their lemonade stand.
Good.
Hundreds of community members got together to help make some money and raise it all back for the kids and then some.
He walked over here, he said I might need to take the box, and he grabbed it with one hand, and then he showed us the gun, which was right here. My sister, she put her hands up, and I just said, you could have it. But after that, I just was like a little annoyed because we were 12 and 11, and you shouldn't really do that.
It's outrageous that in such a good community that we can have something like this happen. I think we need some more presence around in order for this to never happen again.
I'm angry. I'm angry that this happened in this community that we love.
It's safe, it's fun. They literally do this every day. And this is one thing that happens. So of course it's awful, right? But we want them to know, like, we're not going to stop them playing on the streets. We're not going to stop them hanging out with the kids around.
A community now coming together to turn a negative moment into a sweet lesson, one cup of lemonade at a time.
There you go. Lovely thing. And that 14-year-old with the gun, he's been arrested.
Oh, good. They found him.
Mm-hmm.
Got to scare him straight.
Yeah, that kid needs to go straight to juvie, lock him up, and try to fix whatever's broken in him.
Get those loud, mean drill sergeants. You know when they used to do that on those shows? Bring the troubled kids in.
Right.
Dr. Phil used to have them on.
Does that work?
I don't know, but we got to try.
Yeah, I'd be curious what their track record is.
If you're 14 flashing a gun, you need a drill sergeant.